Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Big Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. Well, I do what I do for you. I got way too much time on my hands. That's all I do is come up with stuff to enlighten you. So let's get this party started. You know how we do it. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. The message in the story for life. I just found this lesson that, I want to get out, but all right, here we go. I'm going to do it today. So I've just found it. Should have been done. Wow. 222. So it's been tucked away. So it's a good lesson. Let's go. I think it's going to be good for you. Right, thinkers? I forgot where was that. Okay, yeah. Excuse me. Right is a 25 rules to live by. Storytelling story with a message. Mention the story for life. I don't do the editing, so you're going to get how I give it to you. This is live as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, I give life lessons. You tune and receive them. We got a good thing going. You know how we do it. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. That's what I found this lesson to do. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goals of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, is that all right thinkers do just that. So I do my job. I give you things that you need to do that for yourself, to know thyself. That's my mission, and I'm on it. Right thinkers, I ask the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in and help you with that. That's what I do for you, help you to know you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here too. Wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. This is a lesson that I had according to this a month ago. And the title was Right Thinkers. With self-knowledge, you will reach your spiritual destiny. I thought I had done it. Like you said, I gave a lesson. No, I never gave it. It's still sitting right here. So I'm giving it today. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Again, I keep on to emphasize, remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience for the purpose of reaching our human spiritual destination, knowing thyself, so we can go that way, not that way. The idea is to go vertical, not horizontal. Right thing of philosophy. I try to give you self-knowledge, aka spiritual truth of our ancient ancestors that you can actually use. You can put it to use right now. They used it, it still worked. Trust me. I'm using it. I'm trying to get you to do the same thing, and you'll see. Yeah, it do work. Trust me. But to know thyself means becoming spiritually enlightened with what? Knowledge. Self-knowledge. Not scholarly knowledge, not biblical knowledge, but self-knowledge. We call it spiritual truth. With spiritual knowledge, you will gain knowledge of what? Yourself. You can go to college, again, and I ain't knocking it, and get indoctrinated and with their knowledge, and you're a doctor, and you think you got something because you got that little doctor degree. Don't mean nothing to me. I got mine from the streets, okay? The knowledge that I acquired over the last 20, 35, 30 years, you can't get in no classroom. You have to what? Experience. I call it life lessons because these are lessons that I learned in life on my own. doing it, proving it, being it. So you ain't got to give me, oh, I got to have no degrees for here. I don't need all that nonsense. I got my degrees in life, okay? Understand that. That's where it counts. And again, listen, right thinkers, your spiritual destiny is not fame and fortune. It is not a whole bunch of material stuff and no. It is to know thyself. Real simple. As spiritual beings, we come here in human form for the experience of gaining knowledge of self. To what? Know thyself. The idea, again, of reincarnation is for those who don't know themselves, who come here, don't learn the lesson, so they got to do it again. Simple. It's all spiritual knowledge. And to know thyself needs spiritual knowledge. Why? That's knowledge of God. And when you don't get spiritually enlightened, reincarnation. Simple. So, understand this, right, thinkers. In human form, we are spiritual beings. In human form, you have to gain spiritual knowledge to become what? Conscious, aware of what? Who you are. You're not the body. You're not your name. We went over that lesson too. I'm trying to get you to understand it's all spiritual and mental. This does a lot of work. This got to put the work in to connect with that. And we working together. Now you got spiritual harmony. Why? The heart and mind coherence. And gaining self-knowledge. Meaning you learn it, but now what's happening? You're manifesting it. You're employing it. So you have wisdom of what it is you learn. You didn't just read it. Well, you can't say what they say. No, now you know for yourself. That's how you live it. And gaining self-knowledge is the sole purpose of all right thinkers who are in spiritual light, in the spiritual path of knowledge to know thyself. My goal is to get you where you need to go by giving you the things that you're going to need to get there. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. I'm a spiritual master of moi, myself. That's where I get my mastery from. I teach what I've experienced. I teach what I know to be. That's all I do. I do it for you. Why? You can adopt it and use it for yourself. Why? Because it works for me, it'll work for you. That means what? I'm a spiritual master. Yeah, whatever. Sage. Okay. That means I know my true spiritual self, aka God. When I told my brother-in-law a few years ago about my conversation with God, the epiphany that I had that made me become spiritually aware and started doing my work I'm doing, I called it an epiphany when God told me, don't tell them about me. Everybody do that. Okay, I'm going to be a preacher. And so that takes that out the picture. Teach them how to get to me. Oh, that's right thinking philosophy. And from that point on, my whole goal was to get right thinking philosophy and the point where people understood what it was. I'm there now. That's how it started. That was 11 years ago. Okay, so I'm still grinding to get my right thinking philosophy to those who want to learn it. Right now, doing pretty good. Let's go. I appreciate you too. But this is what I do, and it's all for you. Not knowing thyself. We got a bunch of that going on right now. And it's so embarrassing and insulting to see us just running around ignorant as all get up. But not knowing thyself is what? Being spiritually ignorant. I ain't gonna go down there, but spiritually dead. No, we walk around with no understanding. Everything is money. Everything is bumping. Oh, that's all physical. We are spiritual beings. We getting too human. I did less about that before, but let's go. You will never hear this. You will never reach your spiritual destiny with what? Without obtaining spiritual knowledge. There's no way you can do it. That's the only way. Christ told you the only way through God is through me. What? Becoming conscious of yourself. Sorry, it looks like it. But if you're spiritually ignorant, and a lot of us are, You need to learn or tune into me and become or obtain some spiritual knowledge and then practice what you learn. That's spiritual. Biblical or religion is let a preacher tell you what to do and every week you go listen to him and hope. That's crazy. That ain't right thinking philosophy. Right thinking philosophy is living it. Practical use of knowledge that you get and you need to use it. Why get it and don't use it? Sorry. Right thinking philosophy will what? Will teach you spiritual truth, aka spiritual knowledge of what? Spiritual knowledge. If you become a right thinker, you practice it, you implement it, you live it, and then you will have what? Self-enlightenment, aka knowledge of self. That's what I got for you. That's all I got. Now, I can raise you up from the spiritually ignorant, aka state of mind, dead, to the living level with knowledge of self, right thinking philosophy, and prepare you to uprightness and godliness within yourself. Same thing I did in the Masonic order with what? Knowledge. If you didn't learn the tenets of masonry, you couldn't become a master mason. So same thing, you have to put some work in. I'm just a teacher. I instruct that for 15 years. So moving on. And I can take you from the ignorant state, which I call dead, to the living level with what? Knowledge and understanding of self. That's it. Spiritual ignorance is like what? Being dead. Knowledge of self is what? Life. Knowledge. Lack of it, death. Knowledge, life. We've been destroyed through lack of knowledge. So you think as a people, we read this in the Bible, y'all talk that good stuff, but we don't make knowledge a priority. Sorry, again. We, again, hear this. We are spiritual beings thinking we're just human beings. That's spiritual ignorance right there. That's the biggest problem we have. My whole point and my goal is to get you to get out that state of mind, because that's what it is. A state of mind that you can get out of with what? With knowledge. Let's go. I claim being spiritual, not religious. Why? Because God is spirit. Religion is dogma made from man to coordinate you or to guide you or put you somewhere. Spirituality to get you to be your best self. Don't need man concepts and dogma to do that. Trust me. He ain't right anyway. Moving on. When I was spiritually ignorant, and I was human. Again, like everybody else, aka egoistic, no God knowledge. I laughed at people who went to church. I ain't got time for that nonsense. Now I go to church every week. Different mindset, different understanding, different program. Trust me, that's the difference. But watch this. Now that I'm spiritually enlightened, I'm in church every week. Fellowship with my Christian conscience, my Christian family. They are God conscious, and I hang out with them, fellowship with them for that reason. And I personally live a spiritually disciplined lifestyle. Coordinate my lifestyle according to what I know to be right for me. With spiritual truths. With them, you can enact on it, and you can become what? An enlightened being who what? Have knowledge of self. Through what? The things that you do, things that you study and learn, and you employ them. That's how. It ain't nothing I say, or nothing I do. You got to do you. I'm just giving you the information to make that happen for you. That's what I got. That's it. I'll let you know that so it ain't like, whoa, no. I'll let you know at the beginning. I got information that you can use. That's all for you to know thyself. Human beings, watch this. Human beings believe in God. That's cool. But you forget you're spiritual beings first having a human experience. So if you put human over spirit, you're going to be left behind. Why? Because spiritual beings know God for themselves. I don't need somebody to tell me about God. I don't tell you about God. I tell you how to get to Him. Again, that's my mission, is to get you to God for yourself. So I'm not a preacher. I ain't tell you how good God is. Oh, God gonna bless you. You send me your money and God gonna. I ain't got time for all that. That's crazy to me. I'm just trying to give you information. You seem to like it because you're tuning in. The numbers showing me that. So I appreciate you. That's why I do what I do for you. Let's go and wrap this up. Now, last one. Again, appreciate you. Self-knowledge supersedes biblical, scholarly, and any other kind of knowledge. Why? Because it's yours. You have it. You have wisdom of what you learn or you know for yourself. Self-mastery. All spiritual beings is what? Have a spiritual destination, and that is to what? Know thyself before death. They tell you all these things you have to do before dying. So I mean, you got work to do. Simple. And understand this: with self-knowledge, you're fulfilling your own spiritual desires. That's what you need to go to the next level. Not the physical desires. That's going to keep you here. When you adhere to spiritual cravings by doing the right thing, being obedient, living spiritually disciplined, now you will be rewarded on a whole nother level. That's the beauty of it. And those who practice, you find out, I hear them all the time. Man, that right? Yes, I know. Keep doing it. Keep pushing it. Trust me. It works. Spiritual enlightenment is the highest level or the highest goal for what? Spiritual beings. Spiritual enlightenment means knowing thyself. Ain't nothing more important to every individual than knowing themselves. So if you put anything above that, then you need to change your goals and your categories. Why? Because this should be number one, knowing thyself. That's why. Right thinking philosophy will give you all the spiritual knowledge you need to reach your personal spiritual destiny. Why? Because if you do what you're supposed to do, that's how you get there. On the work that you put in. Remember, right thinkers, we are human beings, and we are human beings, but we're here in the flesh as human with spiritual concepts that we have to employ as human beings to reach the next level consciously, because it's all between the ears. And in order for you to reach that spiritual destiny, you have to gain spiritual knowledge, aka know thyself. That's the goal. That's my mission. If you're following me, that should be your goal. And I'm on my job getting you everything you need to make that possible. And again, hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm done with it. I can close the book. And in parting, right thinkers, may you live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never knew that right thinker like you passed away. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.